Now, when we talk about diet, we not only refer to the foods that we eat or the drinks that we eat, it's also what we put on our skin. Are we wearing makeup or putting creams that have harmful chemicals on it? We've mentioned before. Now, can diet affect psoriasis symptoms? Now, if you've come across this video, then you are on the right channel. Do give me a thumbs up, like on this video, and subscribe to the channel as well, because at the time of recording, we have hundreds of videos focusing especially on skin health and in particular psoriasis and how to deal with psoriasis. So the topic for today is, can diet affect psoriasis symptoms? Now, you're probably hoping that I'll say no, it doesn't. However, yes, it does. Now, let me give you an example of a vehicle. Imagine you have a vehicle that runs on petrol. Now, what happens if you put a different fuel in, like diesel? Manufacturers will tell you, car repairs, garages will tell you that you have just had the chance of damaging the car seriously if you've actually put the wrong fuel into the vehicle. Likewise, in our bodies as well, if and when we consume the foods or drinks or other products that are not made for us to consume, then it will definitely affect your health and psoriasis symptoms as well. So what are the foods? If you've been following my videos for some time, then you will know these are normally the fast processed foods, highly processed foods that are full of chemicals, full of additives, full of processed salt and sugar and artificial colors and flavorings. All these affect your health. So go more for the fresh fruits and vegetables, as clean and as fresh and organic if you can. Now, not all foods that you eat need to be organic. However, there is one vegetable in particular, that is the celery, that we highly recommend to be organic. Why? Because the celery, the way it's made, if it's not organic, the pesticides or the chemicals from the soil go into the inside of the celery, and it's not possible to actually wash that out as we would normally do with other fruits and vegetables. So, does diet affect psoriasis symptoms? Yes, it does. Now, when we talk about diet, we not only refer to the foods that we eat or the drinks that we eat, it's also what we put on our skin. Are we wearing makeup or putting creams that have harmful chemicals on it? We've mentioned before that many makeups, mascara, skincare, they contain things like aluminium, they contain other parabens that are harmful to the skin as well. Our skin is our largest organ, so whatever we put on our skin eventually goes into our body itself, and when our body rejects it, it automatically comes out mostly through the skin as well, and this is what causes psoriasis symptoms, psoriasis flare-ups. Now, what are we also putting into our mouths? It may not only be what we're eating, however, things like if we are rinsing our mouth with, say, tap water, or even the toothpaste that we use, are they including harmful chemicals that we may also be ingesting, even though it's on a small scale? For example, when you brush your teeth with the cheaper type of toothpaste that contains harmful chemicals, we may be rinsing. However, there are little particles that will be left onto our teeth, and we will indirectly also slowly but surely ingest it as well. So these are also things you need to bear in mind. What are we consuming in our minds? Because our minds as well, if we feed our minds the wrong or incorrect type of news, then it will also indirectly affect our health. To give you an example, years ago we met a gentleman and he had a history of a certain illness in his family. And when he reached the age when we met him, I think he was in his 40s at the time, when we met him, he kept saying to us, my family has got this disease, I'm at this certain age, so I'm going to get it as well. And he kept wishing it on himself. He kept saying it to himself that it's about time he gets it because it's in his family. Now, this is sadly the mindset he had, and I'm sure that by now, this was many years ago when we met him, he probably would have had the disease that his family had as well, inherited it as well. Whereas if he had taken the actions to prevent it and had the right mindset, there would be a higher possibility of him not having the disease that his family had. He would have been able to minimize or avoid the chances of inheriting that disease that ran in his family. So be mindful of what you say to yourself, the things that you either say or you listen to as well. That has a great effect on our health as well. Before you go, I've got a free gift for you. This is a booklet that we wrote some time ago. It's a real life case study on one of our customers that we helped some time ago. This was the before and the after photo of this lady who had been suffering from psoriasis for over 40 years. Now, she went to the so-called best doctors, best surgeons, best skin practitioners, and none of them focused on what she was eating. None of them focused on what we call the diet. Most of them said diet has nothing to do with it. And she didn't get results. She was going round and round in circles for over 40 years. Can you imagine it? Fortunately, she found us and we went through what she was eating, her lifestyle, and we managed to turn it around. Again, this is the before and this is the after photo. So that's your proof. Can diet affect psoriasis symptoms? Yes, it can. So what you need to do now is to book in a free consultation with us, chat with us for approximately 15 minutes at a mutually convenient time. The link to book in is in the comments here, and we will be able to guide you. Many people that we've come across, they think that they eat healthy. However, when they have a conversation with us, we are able to pinpoint exactly where they are going wrong and the areas that they can improve on, even though they have the thought that they are eating healthy because they've been brought up in a good family and they've been eating so-called the best foods, going to the best restaurants, for example. However, there are little tweaks that we can help you make when you have a conversation with us. So we look forward to hearing from you, and do remember to give me a thumbs up, like on this video as well, and share it with your friends.